What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome back to my F1 2016 career mode. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. Should be very interesting indeed. If you haven't missed any of the previous races, do go check them out and do remember to hit subscribe if you're new to my channel. But yeah, you can see in the standings, it's been very tricky so far. Joining a new team, we're getting absolutely battered by our teammate. If you missed last time, well, Hulkenberg won and I was nearly a lap down in P19. It was a shocker. We've got the threat again in the sack, so we've got a few decent points, but the past few races have not been good for us at all. You can see our driver position not looking good at all, so we need to boost that up with some decent results starting here at Monaco. But we can see at the left, Man have made a couple of upgrades, Williams have made a single upgrade. We're about to lose our second rivalry. I think I've only won one rivalry in this whole career, which is pretty amazing. Car performance, we're improving a little bit, but look at that, Man are up in fourth. That's pretty crazy. Toro Rosso up in third. We just need a couple of upgrades before the next race, and I think I'm going to upgrade the drag, just get a few more points in practice as well, or downforce, whichever one.
We're here in magical Monaco for this afternoon's qualifying session, which will be getting underway shortly.
So we're into qualifying here, and I was deeply concerned. I mean, the ultimate AI around here, in past games, the AI weren't great around here, so you could easily get pole and win, but oh, they're so tough. I'm just trying to get used to the ultimate AI. We just did a Verstappen there, luckily no damage. It helped us cut the corner, helped us gain a bit of time. So I do apologise for that. But the ultimate AI, I'm struggling to keep up with them, especially around here. But we need a vast improvement on P19. We're nearly a second up. What's it going to be? It's P13. It's an improvement, but it's not enough. We're going to get beaten by a teammate once again. But it's so close to the front of the field. We were only 8/10 off, which isn't a bad effort, really, because the Force India's performance around Monaco, it's not great. It's definitely a straight line speed type of car. Downforce needs improvement, the weight of the car. But Danny Kvyat in the Toro Rosso gets pole. That's a pretty crazy result there from Magnussen, who's just amazing this season, and once again deeply upsetting me. So it's a nice sunny dry day in Monaco. So in terms of strategy, I am recommended to start on the super softs, but I'm going to try something different. Usually I go for the harder compound to start off in Monaco outside the top 10, but I'm going to try and make positions up early, go for an early pit stop, and then just keep the cars behind. I don't feel like I've got the pace around here, which is a shame, because usually I do. So we're going to go for the ultra softs, then go to super softs. Tyre wear at times is a bit iffy around here, so we'll wait and see what happens. But let's do this. Let's get some points for the Force India team, and definitely for myself in my driver position. 5 lights, and away we go. Can we get a good start? It's not too bad. Hulkenberg gets bulked ahead of us, so we're going to have a shot here. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 1, and he's going to give us a nudge over the curb. It's actually helped us gain quite a few positions. Thanks, Nico. We get a warning, but we don't really care. We've made up 6 positions in the first corner in Monaco. We're side by side with Palmer here. He's fighting back. He's got the inside line. He's going up the inside of Hamilton here. Can he get a double overtake? The 3 Brits are really in close proximity. They're side by side. They're not supposed to be side by side for this long in Monaco. It's just unheard of, and we're just ready just in case there's an accident or something. We don't want to get too close. They're still side by side. Stop this. Palmer's put Hamilton into the wall. There's a yellow flag. There's a bit of an incident behind. We're taking over. I've just spat over my microphone and laptop, and we've got the inside line. We've taken the position. That was a great battle between Palmer and Hamilton, but it turns out Hamilton is very slow, and that's because he's got damage to his front wing. So I think when Palmer put Hamilton in the wall, he's just had some major damage on the front wing. So we're up to P6. 7 positions gained in Monaco on the first lap. Very impressive, but we've got a huge gap to the top 5 now, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect to catch up to them at all, and we kept the gap at a similar level for about 5 laps, but my tyre started to go off and I just couldn't close in. So at this point I was thinking it's more defensive job, try and maintain the 6th position, get some solid points for ourselves, beat our teammate, because Palmer is definitely quicker than us. He's got the fastest car. Behind him is Ricciardo, so it was them two put me under pressure, but they really didn't go for the overtake. I had the straight line speed to defend on the start-finish straight with DRS, but yeah, they just couldn't get close enough, and behind them was my teammate Hulkenberg on the super soft, so there was a bit of a gap to him, and he was holding up a few cars, but this is working okay for me really in terms of getting some solid points. Verstappen's gone into the pits at the end of lap 9, so he's going for a 2-stop, so potential to jump him later on. It does depend what our pace is like, but I know at the end of stints around here I'm not great. I pushed far too hard. Just need to control myself. But lap 15 now, it really did not a lot happened really, and Monaco Grand Prix very much like that. You could either have an absolute bore fest or you can have just an absolute classic, but Vettel and Magnussen went into the pits, so they're going to come in probably at the back of the train, which I'm currently holding up. Yeah, tyre wear means there's a big train around Monaco, but I'm just positioning the car in the positions I need to. The middle of the track, the AI will not overtake me. The only chance I have is on the DRS straight, and I have the straight line speed to defend there. So at the end of lap 16, we have a half spin coming into the pits. We got very lucky there. And are we going to lose time? We lose a little bit of time, but we still maintain our position. Where are we going to come out? There's a group of cars, Grosjean, Ricciardo, and Hamilton. So Hamilton will definitely have to pit again. He pitted at the end of the first lap, but we're not. Come on. The pit entry and pit exit there was horrific. We've got incredibly lucky to have no damage, but we've come out in P12 ahead of the cars we needed to. So Ricciardo's jumped us. So hopefully Grosjean can hold him up, because Hamilton, I don't think we're going to be racing in this race, but you'll see here just how much we close in the final sector. Hamilton on 16 lap old tyres. We go for this classic move. It's just a classic move I perfected against the AI on this game. I do it all the time, and you'll see in the replay, go deep at Rascasse, get a better exit, better traction, and then get them into the Anthony Knowles final corner. I think that's what it's called, but yeah, Ricciardo's getting held up by Grosjean, which is helping me in terms of catching him up, but ahead of them, yeah, they're just long gone the top 5. So you just see here, Ricciardo just makes no attempt to go for the move. At times in the lap, I'm virtually pushing him through the corners. He is that slow. Grosjean has done 19 laps. He's doing a great job, really, but he's going to be nowhere at the end of this stint. He's going to be right near the back, so he does make a mistake coming into the Nouvelle chicane. He does lock up. AI making mistakes. We looked for the gap, but there was nowhere to go. Ricciardo just stopped, really, because he had to, because Grosjean, he comes back onto the track, blocks Ricciardo. I look for the inside line, but no, there's nothing there. But look at the train. Look at that Grosjean train. That is huge. That's absolutely incredible, but this time I was close enough. I was going to go for my usual tactic. We're going in lane, we're locking up, big lock up. We avoid the back of Ricciardo. We've got the inside line into the final corner, and it's a done deal. There we go, up to P8. Now we need to dispatch Grosjean as quick as possible, and then hopefully before Grosjean's pit stop, he will hold up the rest of the field and give me some breathing space. But I desperately needed to do that, especially with my battle with my teammate, because he's making a pit stop soon, probably the same time as Grosjean, so he really could come out ahead of me, and if that happens, I'd be devastated. But we go for it. On to Grosjean, a lot easier because he's on 1 tyres. And there we go, that's what we needed. Now Grosjean's ahead of Ricciardo. Let's try and expand the gap. Let's try and make sure that our teammate doesn't come out ahead of us when he pits. And he's coming out the pits now. Grosjean's pitting as well. Hulkenberg going on the ultra soft tyres, and he's going to jump us. This is an absolute disaster. Romain Grosjean could be getting us sacked. I mean, I've been told that that will happen at the British Grand Prix, so we've got to think ahead. We've got Austria and Canada, good tracks for me, and Baku, which I'm not feeling confident about. So hopefully if something happens, it's after the British Grand Prix, so I can redeem myself.
Come on, where's the blue flags? Do I have to try to overtake him or what? He's not getting the blue flags.
I am clearly a very angry man on the team radio, but the back markers are shocking on this game. Ericsson just would not get out of the way there. It did cost us time. We've got Ricciardo on our tail. Obviously, I couldn't keep him quite far back, but yeah, an engine failure will keep him back. So his engine's gone out of the race. He just couldn't handle the stresses on the engine of Monaco. And we'll see in the replay, he just blows up right in Palmer's face. I should never say that again, but you'll see what happens into turn 1. The Renault driver, stupidity, into the back of Ricciardo, damage. And that could cost Palmer. It could also help me out. So at the end of lap 34, Palmer goes into the pits, throws away any chance of points. And now I saw Verline behind me. Surely I can keep him back, but I kind of forgot the man. I have the 4th best car now. So no doubt in a few laps he will be on my tail, putting me under pressure. But more back markers, more team radio.
Come on, blue flag. Otherwise I get stuck. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Honestly, lost a second for nothing. For sake. Pity's sake, make him go. I mean, what do you want to know, Suzuka? It's a quick track, it's difficult to pass, you lose behind another car. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I understand now why Hamilton was complaining about Gutierrez last season. What is he doing there? We're going on to the final lap as well. We're keeping the cars behind. In terms of pace, we've been pretty awful, but the main thing is we've stayed in the points. We've kept the car out the barriers. We've had no real incidents, really. We're going wide in the final corner, but still, I was so happy. Ultimate AI to finish P7 around Monaco. It was a great performance. We get some solid points. And that's all I can ask for, really. Just, we need to make the team happy. They need to keep us on board as second driver for now. Daniel Kvyat has taken his first Grand Prix win. Pole to the victory. Great performance there from them and Toro Rosso. Here's the result. Kvyat, Raikkonen and Magnussen. Our teammate finished in 5th. I mean, 38 seconds ahead of me. That just shows what my pace was like. Just couldn't handle it. But we kept the cars behind. I might have had a train. I don't really care. Because I got points, which is important. You can see the only one retiree, Ricciardo. I was hoping for a safety car from that, but oh well. We look at the driver standings. Magnussen takes over from Verstappen. Verstappen's had a couple of poor races, he really has. My teammate up there with 61 points. He's absolutely battering me. Hopefully the next few races I can fight back. In Austria, Canada, not so much Baku, but we're down to 12th. Kvyat gets his first points of the season with the victory. We're only ahead of Haryanto as well, so yeah, we definitely need to pick things up, score some bigger points if we can, get a few upgrades as well. So Constructors solidly in 4th, but a big percentage obviously scored by my teammate Nico, so we definitely have to pick it up, but we're looking good, which is the main thing. So if you have enjoyed this Monaco Grand Prix, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.